does alignment really mean? And how do you get into alignment? I'm Sonia Davis, and these are your Wednesday wanderings as I meander around my streets near my home. I'm not in the park today, if you've been watching for a while. Various reasons, too complicated and tedious to explain. But I wanted to talk to you today about alignment. And it's becoming a bit of a bugbear of mine, I'm going to be honest. Because alignment is something that's really, really popular right now. It's a bit of a buzzword. And I've seen all sorts of stuff on the internet, podcasts I've listened to, YouTube videos, from some really, really great people, some incredible business owners, business mentors, people I really value and respect. And I heard one earlier today from someone that I haven't worked with for a very long time, but someone that I used to know a long time ago. And I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about how business owners need to just get into alignment. And that's where you flow, and that's where you find the solutions to take your business to the next level. And for me, there's something really missing in that. I'm just going to pause here a moment. Something really fundamental missing in that, because what do I mean by alignment anyway? And there's an implication in that says you're wrong, you are wrong if you're not in alignment. But they don't explain how to get in alignment or what they mean by alignment. That's really bugging me, I'm going to be honest, so I won't get on my soapbox, but what I thought I would do is come and tell you what I think alignment means and how I get into alignment. And what I'm here to do is to help you find how to get into alignment and what that means for you, because my version of alignment will be different to your version of alignment. That's the other thing that I really don't like. You see it a lot in the online space. Come and do it my way. No, that doesn't work. I know, I've tried myself. So again, some amazing people with great intentions and great ideas. But when I've tried to do it their way, it doesn't work for me because I'm me and they're them. So it's a really common thing. And that's why I don't work like that, by the way. Just to put into this, if you're watching this and thinking, yeah, but you're going to tell me how to do it your way. And I'm like, okay, let me address that directly. I'm not here to tell you to do things my way. What I am here to do, and what I am going to share with you, is some techniques and tools that I found useful, that I've created, that I've used myself, that can be applied to anyone, anywhere, with any kind of business and with any kind of lifestyle, I suppose. I mean, my ideal client, I've created my ideal client avatar. I know exactly who she is and what she does, and she's a very specific person. But does that mean other people can't respond to it? No, absolutely not. So for me, alignment, I'm going to share some practical things that I'm going to talk you through. That alignment is about knowing yourself deeply. But there's more to it than that. It's not just about go and get grounded, go and listen to yourself, go and sit on a mountain chanting if you want. I mean, that's great. If you can do that, that's fine. But that's not very practical for most people. And frankly, for me, that's not really my vibe. I don't do yoga. Complete respect for those that do, but it's not my thing. So, alignment for me means the integration of the truth of who you are. So that's knowing your mind, what your thoughts are, how your brain works, what your thoughts think, the stories you tell yourself about how the world works, because we all have them. We get them in childhood. There's a narrative that we create, it's called a script in transactional analysis, and that defines how we see the world. So that's your brain. That's how your brain, your mind, your subconscious and conscious mind will work. And that influences things like how to keep you safe. So don't run out across a main road without checking for traffic, for example, could be a rule that you apply because you learnt it in childhood, right? But there are other rules that you'll apply that aren't relevant anymore. And part of this, the way that I work, is helping you find out what those are so that they don't stop you anymore. So it's about you being able to re-choose. So that's your mind. There's your physical body. As a species, as humans, we have learned, certainly in modern Western society, to disconnect from our physical bodies. We've been taught to almost outsource responsibility for our physical health to a medical profession. I am not in any way dissing the medical profession, by the way. I think they're amazing humans doing the best they can. But when you ignore the initial signs of your physical body, you sit back and you ignore it and you ignore it and you ignore it. Imagine, say, you're a runner and you get an injury, you get an ankle injury. If you keep running, you're going to make that injury worse, and it's going to get to the point you can't walk anymore, right? It could be a tiny little pulled muscle, but if you keep going, you push through that, it's going to become a problem, and then you end up going to the medical profession. I'm saying take back control of that initial bit of responsibility for your own physical body and learn to tune into the language that it speaks and what it says to you. Oh, I've got a cat coming to say hello. Hello, cat. Would you like to be on my Wednesday wanderings? Oh, look. Should we say hello to the cat here? Look at him. Hello. Look at him. Hello. Pop, you're on video. You're on YouTube. Cute thing. Wanted to say hello. So, I'm here to say, for me, alignment is about knowing your physical body and listening to it when it tells you. If you need to rest, rest. If you need to go and exercise, go and exercise. If it needs movement, move. If it needs to stop, stop. It's that. It's learning the language of it again. I've got the sun right behind me now. It's just come out behind the cloud. So that's your body. So you've got your mind, you've got your body. And then the third bit is the spirit. Now for me, that's really, really critical. Now, let's be really clear. I'm not talking about religion. I'm not talking about your belief system. I'm talking about the fact that you, as a human being, are a spiritual being in a human body. We all are, each of us. And when we've disconnected from our spiritual self, and when we embrace that spiritual self, when we learn our truth again of who we really are, it's not that we need to discover new things, it's that we need to remember what we've forgotten. As a soul, we already know so much, but as a human, we forget it. And there's all sorts of reasons why, and I'm not going to all of that here now. But when you reconnect with that, it brings you into wholeness. And for me, reconnecting with your spiritual self and reconnecting with the language of your physical body and reconnecting with your brain and your subconscious mind and all the conditioning that's on there. When you bring those together and you fully integrate them into one complete whole, you start to work differently, you start to operate differently, you show up differently. You are able to, thrive, I suppose. That's what it's all about, isn't it? That's where you do things like you hit your next level in your business, you hit more freedom and joy in life, because when you connect with that deeply, you're integrating all those parts of you in one single whole. And don't get me wrong, some of that process isn't easy. We're talking about resolving childhood trauma. We all have it, every single one of us. Even if it's not big T trauma, every single one of us has trauma. It's about healing energetic blocks with your spiritual self that are holding you back, that you don't even know of, you can't see them, you don't remember them. It's about reconnecting you with that and clearing and healing old karmic patterns and limiting beliefs and any curses and spells and all of those sorts of things. They're real, they really are real. Witch wounds in particular are huge. And it's bringing those all together, but not in a sort of fluffy, sit on a mountain chanting kind of way. In an actual strategic, practical way that can work for you. That's why I don't try and say, do it my way. I try and say, I want to upskill you to be able to use these tools in a way that is unique to you, because something that will work for me might not work for you. Your witch wound will not be the same as mine. I know exactly what mine was. I've relived it many times and experienced it and cleansed it and cleared it, and there's more layers all the time. Yours will be different. So, I know I'm sort of waffling around this a bit, but it's a complex thing, and yet it's very simplistic. And that's the thing, is sometimes the most simple things are the hardest to explain. So, what I'm going to do is invite you to join me. I'm running a free masterclass on this. It's called the Sacred Success Code because that's my methodology. That's what I do. I will give you the tools and techniques to understand how to apply this for your own self. This isn't about do it my way. This is about, here's a technique that you can use and apply to yourself, and it will be different for you than it is for me. And that's the point of it. That's the joy of it. Because when you get to that point of integration of your mind, your body and your spirit with practical strategy that actually works for you in your daily life and doesn't involve complicated yoga poses. I mean, if that's your thing, please carry on, but is about being real and practical and useful and pragmatic in your daily life, and integrating everything together in a way that works so that you can show up in a better version of you, in a more integrated, complete whole version of you. That's what the Sacred Success Code is about. So if you want to come along, I'm doing a masterclass, and I'll talk you through all of these in a lot more detail and actually give you the tools that you need to be able to move forward. The masterclass itself is next week. It's on Wednesday the 30th of April, and that's from 11 till 12 a.m. British summertime. So if you're not in the UK, you'll need to convert that. It's live on Zoom. It's totally free. I'm not charging for this. This is me spreading my word because it's important. It matters to me that you can connect with yourself, because the more people that can, the more impact you get to have. And for me, that's the ripple effect that I'm here to create. So I want to connect you with yourself more deeply and better. That's what alignment means to me. So if that makes sense to you and you want to know more, then I'll pop the link below this in for the Sacred Success Code Masterclass. Totally free, and you can sign up and save your space. And please do like this video if you found it useful and interesting, and drop me a comment below and let me know what you think alignment means and how it works for you, and whether you're equally frustrated by some of the buzzwords we get out there and how they're great as buzzwords, but what do they really mean? Because not many people actually explain them, and that's a particular bugbear of mine. So I'd love to know what you think. Please do like this video, because it feeds the YouTube gods. They like it when you do that. They show it to more people, which means I can have more impact again. So please do, and don't forget to subscribe if you like this, and click the notification bell as well if you want to make sure you don't miss future videos from me. Otherwise, I am sending you loads of love. It's gone really sunny out here. It was all grey and gloomy and raining earlier, so I'm going to enjoy the bits of sunshine, and I will be back again next week. Do take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.